Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video, I'm scared. We're going to put binding on my quilt. I sent my string quilt. Now I've worked on this string quilt for over a year. And you're like, Shannon, why did it take you so long to do a quilt? It was like a just a busy project. Whenever I was bored or just wanted something to do, I'm going to come in here and make up a couple blocks, and then I'd put it away. And then one day I might come and like really kind of focus on it, make a bunch of blocks, do a row, put it away. And just kind of worked on it, and I was buying up scrap fabric. I had some friends online send me scrap fabric, and I've got it back from the long arm. And I have already trimmed it. I asked her not to trim it. I trimmed it. But I got it back from the long arm. And this is a queen size quilt. And as you can, like I said, I was collecting fabric. I did not have a fabric stash. The last stitch, that's who did my quilting. Fantastic, fantastic lady, Miss Julie, in Cages Mountain, North Carolina, right outside of off Lenore. And she has a little scrap basket. You can go in there and buy like little scrap pieces. They can be anywhere from like a small little piece for $1 to a bigger piece for $1 or $2. So I was in there constantly buying up little scrap pieces out of her scrap basket. And a lot of her fabric is in this quilt. There is, let me turn it around so you guys can see. There is fabric sent to me from friends. I did do a piano key kind of border. They are different sizes. They're not all exactly the same. They are pretty similar, but there's a few bigger pieces. There's a few skinnier pieces. This baby is big. So we are going to attempt. I'm going to attempt it. I'm going to try to use my Janome first. I have a new it's a jelly roll, but it's not in the roll. It's in a pack. This came from Annie's Fabrics. Just to show you, I'm just getting it off of my sewing machine. This came the other day. Absolutely beautiful fabrics. Oh, so pretty. But while I was at the last stitch, and I've told you guys, anytime I go in there, I always try to buy a piece of fabric. Quilting this quilt was over $100. So that's a nice little investment. So, and like I said, this is a really big quilt. Now you got to know, I took my own backing. I took my own batting. And it was still over $100 to quilt this quilt. And I chose like a very simple kind of circular bubble quilt design to try to break up all those lines. But while I was in there, I hit her clearance little basket of yardage again. And I got a piece of this. And I have some of this already in my clearance, in my Christmas basket, and it has like little Christmas ornaments hanging in the trees with all these little birds. There's even owls. So I wanted another piece of that to put with my stash because I have a little bit of it. And I seen she had Lori Holt. I was like, oh my gosh, she got Lori Holt. This is so soft. So I got 2 pieces, 2.5 yards of Lori Holt while I was in there to start a Lori Holt stash. I know. I can't believe. Okay, so I got 2 pieces of Lori Holt. And that will be going in its own little stash area. I don't know exactly yet where I'm going to put it. But I will start kind of collecting some Lori Holt material because I want to make something out of that. So I'm just going to fold these up into smaller squares and put them up in this basket for right now. But Miss Julie was so kind because I have mentioned her shop several times in my videos. And I had told her that, and she's finally started watching some of my videos. So, hey, Miss Julie, if you're watching this, she gave me something to give to you guys. Now, I'm not going to give it away in this video. I want to get a few things together. And I'm almost at 300. I've not looked today to see exactly where I'm at, but I'm almost at 300. I'm only a couple away. But she gave me like some panel blocks. These are 36 by 44, and she said there's one for you and one to give away. And they're in really pretty pinks. So for Valentine's coming up, I thought I would, we might do a little giveaway coming up later in the week. So be sure you're subscribed, give this video a thumbs up, and be on the lookout for a possible giveaway, because you know how I do. They just pop up when you're least expecting them. So this shows you like what everything looks like, and I know you can't see that. These are little like handheld blenders, like the little beaters. Can you guys see that? And it's just pinks. Like there's a star, and there's like just a grid. What else is in there? But yeah, she give this to me. There's like a little square cross hatchy kind of, but it's all on one panel. So she give one to me to keep, and she give one to give to you guys. So I'm gonna get a couple more pieces of like maybe some pink fabric or something, and we'll do like a little fabric bundle, maybe a spool of thread. But we'll do a little giveaway for you guys, so be sure you're subscribed. Let's get into this quilt, because it's going to take me a little bit. And I've never done something this big. I'm scared, guys. I'm scared. I already have my binding made. Now, this is just a 2.5-inch strip. I've already folded it over and ironed it, and I've rolled it up on my ruler. So I'm just going to slide my ruler out. And it did shed quite a bit. Now, this is the exact same fabric I have used on my backing. I'm scared. I'm scared. I've watched a lot of videos. We're going to come over this way, guys. And I don't have my other little tripod. And with me sewing, I'm not going to really be able to use that other little tripod, because it's going to sit exactly where my fabric is going to have to go. So I'm just going to turn you guys down. We're going to find a corner to start with, and I'm going to sew to the back. Yep, we're going to sew to the back. I did baste one side down. I was going to baste, it had a basting line in it, but when I cut the trimmed up the edges, I took it out. But I was going to go back through and I just did one side. I was like, there's no point in doing the whole thing. Okay, I'm just going to pick an edge. It doesn't matter what edge. Okay. This is a lot of material. I'm going to take my stitch length down to about a 2.2. I'm going to get my binding, and we're going to start not at the top, but somewhere in the middle. And I think I'm going to just lay this down underneath here. And my binding is the same as my back. We're going to leave a tail several inches. And that's what I said. You are where my fabric is going to be going. So it's going to be kind of hard. So I'm just going to do a little bit to get it started. And I'm going to try with my Janome. Now, if this doesn't seem to be working, I will pull out my old Singer. It has a walking foot on it. And I'm going to do this really slowly. Slow, slow, slow. I'm going to drop my needle. Let me see if I can bring you guys over this way. And I know that light is crazy. Find my foot pedal. Make sure I am lined up. No, I've not pinned anything. I'm just holding it quarter with my fingers. My quarter edge foot. Here, I guess I could put on my, let's do that. Bring that needle back up. And let's change the foot. I'm going to take off this foot, and we're going to put on my quarter edge foot. I should have already had that done. These feet are really easy to change. You just push a button like so. Snap it up in there, and she is on. Okay. Now, and I am going to reverse stitch just a hair. I think my seam rippers were in the back. Not in the back, but in the living room, because I was ripping some seams. Alright, I'm going to go very slowly and see how this handles. She's doing fine so far anyway. And I think I'm actually going to turn. My speed down on my foot pedal so I can't like go crazy. So we're just going to go around this whole thing. When I get to a corner, I'll bring you guys back. Okay, so I'm down to my corner. I know you guys can't see it, but I took my ruler and I went and about a ½ inch so I would know to stop. And we're going to run the thread off to the corner here. I'm going to take my pin out. I'm attempting to do a mitered edge. So I'm going to run my thread off and pull up and just pull out a little bit. And there's where I ran my thread off. So we're going to fold this like this and then folded it over and making my little point here, bringing it right up to the corner. Then I'm going to fold it right back down. And I need some slack on my binding here, so let's unroll some. Because I've got it rolled up in like a little roll. And then I want, aha, here we go, a straight edge. That might help me get my edge better. For some reason, this edge is give me a pen. Not as straight. The pen will give me a straight edge. Hopefully, anyway. That is the thought process. So now I'm going to put it back in the machine. Raise my needle up. Try not to mess with it. Okay. Pedro's in here messing. Pedro, what are you messing with? Thank you, little boy. Take my little ruler and put it back over there where it goes. All right. So I think I have my corner, guys. I think. We'll find out. Alright, so I just have to go all the way around. There's that corner that is folded over. So when you open it up, it will look like that. Oh, I think I got it. So there's the corner. All right, so I'm going to keep going all the way around, do all my corners, and when I come back to the end, there's another test for me. We'll be right back. Okay, guys, I am to the end. So what I have done is the little tail that I have left, I have taken the end and folded it over and just kind of finger pressed it, put a crease in it with my fingernail. Here is the tail, the piece I'm sewing. I know that's really hard for you guys to see. And I've cut it to where it will just slide. And there's different ways you can do this. It's just going to slide right up inside that fold. So this tail that I'm working on back here, it's going to slide right up inside of that fold. And that's how I'm going to finish this one off. Super simple, easy. I'm just tucking it in there like that. And making sure it's going to lay nice. And flat. And give me my foot pedal. All right. I am going to sew over that seam, just back stitch a little bit. Fabric up where it's not so much weight here. And I did have a little bit of pinching, but you know what? I'm okay with that little bit right there. No big deal. See, I done lost where I did it. It was so good. Okay, so there is my, where one end goes into the other. So now we're going to start, we're going to flip her over. And I'm going to start in the middle again. But I think I might iron this whole back and kind of get my seams set. So I'm going to do that. We're going to iron. I'm getting all my rulers out of my way. My iron's already hot, I do believe. So I'm just going to swing you guys over here. There's stuff in your way, I know. This is going to take literally a hot minute. And my cord is... Alright, flip you back over. We're doing a lot of flipping. And I'm just mainly going to kind of focus on these corners. And we're going to flip this out like so. I may have to put some more water in there. I don't have a big ironing situation that I will definitely have to fix in the future. So I'm going to go around this whole quilt and iron, and then we're going to flip. Okay guys, I have ironed all the way around. Kind of set those corners. I have put in a new bobbin because I was almost out and I didn't want to run out in the middle of this. So I did re-sew one side, I don't remember which side, but my seam had got, the tension had gotten a little loose, and I noticed that while I was ironing. So I went completely back over that one side, and now we are going to, look how lovely these corners are going to match up. I'm going to bring this over like so. And look at that. Oh, bring you out here where you guys can see. Ah, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I think, do I want to leave my quarter foot on for this? I think I'm going to put the other foot let me see here. I think I'm going to use this foot. I don't know the real differences between the feet. So I'm going to change my foot. I'm going to turn you guys around. And I'm actually going to start kind of in the middle again. And I really need to push you guys back because this is where all my fabric goes. I know that's a bad place for y'all to be, but... Okay, guys, here we go. I'm nervous. I'm like really nervous. That it went on really good, so I'm going to lower my needle, give it a back stitch just a hair. And here we go. I'm wondering if I should have got my walking foot out for this. I am actually going to kind of pin. I know, I never pin. I need to learn to pin. I'm going to pin down a little ways. Just to help me hold it. Could have done that when I was ironing. No big deal. So I'm just folding over. Going through the top and coming out the bottom. And guys, I use the Fat Quarter Shop's tutorial on binding, even though I'm not doing it exactly because she pinned everything before she even started sewing. Kimberly is very meticulous in her sewing. I know that. I am not. Maybe one day I'll get there where I'm more meticulous like she is. And I'm going to go ahead and get down here to the corner. And pin, make my miter here. That corner is kind of bulky, so I am going to take my scissors and just nip a little bit of that off. Okay. So my miter will lay a little bit better. There we go. Beautimous. And I'm going to try to get a pin through that without sticking myself. Nice. I'll put it up here where you guys can see. Just gonna put a few pins. All right. I'm gonna go all the way around and I'll come back when we're finished. Okay guys, I'm down to the last little bit, and Taking my pins out. Don't run over your pins. Coming up to a thick seam. I'll slow down. Oh, I could grieve. We're almost to the end. We're almost to the end. These pins, I will tell you, are not worth buying. It's the ones I hauled from Amazon. They look like little buttons. They're very dull. Stabbed myself I don't know how many times. These guys. And they're very flimsy. They bend very easily. So do not recommend. I'll have to buy me some new pins. Needle. Trying to keep myself straight. This binding is in no way perfect, but I got it done. I did it myself, and I'm proud of myself. Needle. Okay, we're getting to the end. And of this line here, I had some schmutz on my needle. Almost to my corner. I know I'm trying to keep this out, but I've got pins all in this. I'm trying not to stab myself. Another really thick seam here. Slow down. Take my pin out. Because this binding is all from scrap off the back. Okay, got a pin in the corner. And look. Pretty sure my miter looks good. I'm not going to swear to it. Okay. Pivot and turn. One last little bit here. And my machine wants to hang up on the corners. So I usually have to finesse it just a hair by hand. That really thick seam right there in that corner just kind of hangs it up. There we go. I'm almost to the end. I'm almost to the end. I can see the end. Oh, don't get off sides there. Don't get off sides. See, did I get off a little bit? I got a little wonky right there, but this is my quilt. It doesn't matter. If this was like a gift, I would have been more concerned. It's going to be hanging off the side. So I'm okay. Pin. There is my end right here, guys. We are in the home stretch. No big burbles up. Well, no big wad ups, thank God. Just going to back stitch a little bit there. Lift my needle. cut my thread. And she is done. Now, like I said, this is in no way it cut you. Near perfect. I will show you my corners. So I think for a first time doing binding, I think I did pretty good. I mean, I could have got closer to this edge. I was just kind of trying to center it. Let's find another corner. There's another corner. Not too bad, not too shabby. That's it, guys. OMG. 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 Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm going to scoot this chair back. And hold it up so you guys can kind of see. Here, let's pull some more of the center up here. She's big. She's a big quilt. And she is finished. I got some scrap batting that fell on the floor. But oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Alright, so what project are we going to do next? I think we're going to work on the Valentine's hearts, maybe. Since it is February and Valentine's Day is really close, I think we might work on the hearts next. So stay tuned for that. It's just a charm pack, super easy. It's a Jordan's Fabrics tutorial. This was a Fat Quarter Club binding tutorial. I'll leave that video linked down below. I pretty much followed what she said. A few things were a little different, but not much. Super easy video to follow. Be sure you hit subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget, I will be doing a smile giveaway soon. And one of the things I'm giving away is this beautiful pink panel from The Last Stitch in Cages Mountain on Conley Springs Road. So, thumbs up, hit subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one.